You always felt a little different, not in a dramatic way, not in a way you could easily explain, just different. Like everyone else seemed to understand something you never fully received. The rules, the expectations, the unspoken agreement on how life is supposed to be lived. It all seemed natural to them. But for you, it felt like watching a play where everyone had read the script except you. At first, you assumed something was wrong with you, that you were missing something, that you needed to adjust, to align, to become more like the rest. Because that's what makes sense, right? If you're the only one who doesn't fit, the problem must be you. So you adapt. You observe people closely. You learn how they talk, how they react, how they move through decisions with certainty you don't feel. And slowly, you start building a version of yourself that fits better. Not fully you, but close enough to pass. And for a while, it works. You blend in, you participate, you stop questioning as much. The hardest role to play is pretending you don't notice what feels wrong. But something doesn't disappear, it just goes quiet. That feeling of distance, that quiet awareness that you're performing something instead of living it. And every now and then, it returns. In small moments, when everyone laughs at something that doesn't feel that funny, when everyone agrees on something that feels incomplete, when decisions are made quickly, without the weight you feel in every option. And in those moments, a question appears. Not loud, not aggressive, just persistent. What if I'm not the one who is wrong? What if I'm just seeing something differently? But that thought is dangerous because it breaks the agreement. If you accept it, you can't fully go back. So you suppress it. You call it overthinking. You call it insecurity. You call it being too sensitive. Anything that allows you to return to normal. But imagine, for a moment, a different possibility. Some people adapt to the world. Others spend their lives trying to understand it. Imagine a world where everyone sees things exactly the same way. No disagreement, no hesitation, no internal conflict. Everything is efficient, predictable, stable. On the surface, it sounds like peace. But in that world, nothing new would ever emerge. No one would question the direction. No one would feel the need to step outside the pattern. No one would become the exception. Now imagine you are placed inside that world, but something in you still feels slightly off. You notice things others don't notice. You hesitate where others move instantly. You feel weight in decisions others treat lightly. In that world, would you be the problem? Or would you be the only one still capable of seeing beyond the pattern? Because being the black sheep only looks like deviation when the system assumes it is already complete. But systems that assume completion rarely evolve. So maybe the discomfort isn't rejection. Maybe it's friction, the feeling that arises when a mind doesn't fully conform to its environment. And friction, as uncomfortable as it is also what creates change. Still, this raises a difficult question. If you are the one who sees differently, does that make you right? Not necessarily. Being different becomes painful only in systems that demand sameness. But it might mean something more important. That you are not meant to accept every structure you are placed in without question. Because understanding the system is one thing, but blindly belonging to it is another. So perhaps the real question is not whether you are the black sheep, but whether you are willing to trust what you see, even when it doesn't match what everyone else sees. And if that creates distance between you and the world, maybe the distance was never the problem. Maybe it was the signal. Not that you are lost, but that you are observing something others have not yet noticed. And whether that makes you right or wrong is something you may only understand by not looking away. Nothing changed overnight. I just finally stopped seeing my difference as a defect. Don't look away.
Thank you for watching.